Using an iPod while sitting down is easy, but doing so while taking part in vigorous exercise is nothing short of frustrating. To solve this problem, we have created the gesture-controlled MP3 player. It takes in 5 individual hand gestures to manipulate the listening experience. Now let's see how it works. Amy wants to turn on her favorite group, Run DMC. She will first turn on the controller by flicking her wrist. To play the music, she will cover all of the sensors with one hand. To go to the next song, she will flick her wrist and then move her hand over and to the right. To go to the previous song, she will flick her wrist and move her hands left. To turn up the volume, she will flick her wrist and move her hand up over the device. To turn down the volume, she will flick her wrist and move her hand down over the device. To pause the music, she will once again flick her wrist and cover all of the sensors. This is a vibromotor. 4 of them are placed strategically below each sensor in order to provide vision supplementary feedback for input recognition. Now let's take a look at the vibro feedback that the user is receiving as they make each gesture. The arrangement you see here represents the vibromotors that are directly on the user's arm below the MP3 controller. You will now see the representation of the vibro feedback felt by the user following each gesture. First, the user flicks the wrist and covers the sensors to begin playing music. Next, they flick the wrist and move the hand over to the right to go to the next song. Then, they move the hand over to left to go to the previous song. Then, they turn up the volume by flicking the wrist and moving their hand up. To turn the volume down, they flick the wrist and move their hand down. It's time for Amy to take the player on the road. Have a great run, Amy!